Paul, obviously you've been in the league a long time. You know how hard it is to accomplish something like this, 3 straight trips to the final. Guys obviously treating it very business-like, but how much can you let yourself just enjoy what you've accomplished thus far?
So we'll enjoy the game. I'll enjoy the game tonight, just the specific game, because it was clearly not easy, and there were ups and downs, and the emotions and the stage of it. I'll enjoy that tonight. The bigger picture has changed maybe a little bit for our team. The first time, and you fight to get to the final. It's just such a big deal, and then when you do it a couple of times, you understand that that you're 3/4 of the way through, and there's lots more that has to happen. So, but we enjoy that one tonight. It was all the elements that make our sport great. They're all over us, like all over us, and we're serving up pizzas, and we don't look like we should have made the playoffs, and then the next thing you know, we look pretty good, right? Those are two. I think Carolina is an exceptionally well-coached team, systematically and identity-wise. So, yeah, we get to enjoy it tonight.
Left side, front row.
Yeah, Paul, you made the switch with putting Evan with, you switch Evan and Carter,
Yep.
but they both score huge goals.
Right.
So as a coach, how gratifying is that when it works, and what made you make the changes?
Yeah, that's not brand new for me. Like I said, I didn't come up with that. Like, for 3 years, during the regular season, I would switch the left winger with Verhaeghe and whoever it was. It was Nick Cousins for a while. I mean, we had a whole bunch of different guys that it was. And it worked. And then this year it never worked, not once. But tonight it was more of a statement of their match. So you understood that Aho came out against Bennett for the most part in the first 3, and then into 4. It wasn't great for us, and then it was Aho on Barkov, so that the match then was Stahl on Bennett, and in which case it's more of a grinding line, and I needed Verhaeghe to not be on that ice with them. He can do it, but there's no value to it. So Evan Rodriguez actually killed the play early after the switch, and we almost got a chance. And then sometimes it's for Evan too. So both of those guys flip. It was more their match to ours. That's all.
Front left.
Hey, Paul, 2 quick ones. It seemed like you and Rod had an animated discussion at the end of the game. Was that just about the handshake line?
Yeah, that's all it was.
Okay.
And it's a personal belief, and I really appreciate what he did, because I understand the risk, that there's a bit of a risk. So the story goes like this. I don't believe that the coaches should shake players' hands at the end. There's this long list of people in suits and tracksuits. I mean, we had like 400 people on the ice. They're all really important to our group, but not one of them was in the game. There's something for me visually with the camera on of just the men who played, who blocked shots, who fought for each other. It's the end of one season. It's excitement for the other. The last thing that a player on the Carolina Hurricanes deserves is 50 more guys in suits they have. They have no idea who they are, and that's not a negative. There should be something really kind of beautiful about just the camera on those men who played shaking hands, and we should respect that. So we talked to Craig Berube on the ice in Toronto, and I figured if I could sell it in Toronto, and he understood it because he's played, and Roddy's played, so they both kind of get it. I don't know where it changed. When I first got in the league, you would never go shake the players' hand. Some coach wanted to get on camera. It's the only thing I can figure out, right? And it was I don't know, maybe you want to shake Wayne Gretzky's hand or something. I don't know when it changed, but I don't think it's right. I think there's a really nice, kind of beautiful part of our game when just the players shake hands at the end. When you think of all the wars, that's not the right word, all the great competitions on the ice, I mean, hard, going after each other, and yet they shake hands like that. That's special. I mean, they're not sending Christmas cards to each other. This was nasty out there. Something very special to it. So I appreciate the risk that he took, because he's concerned that somebody here is going to be upset that he didn't shake our players' hands. I asked him not to, and he said, and he understood it. So that's what happened.
And then The penalty kill was great all night, but especially, obviously, 3 minutes left in
We like
the
to
game.
take a bunch of penalties in the third. Yeah.
Just your thoughts on the kill in the third.
It's been a core strength of our team for the last 3 years. If you would look at it, if you would say if there's a piece, Sergei Bobrovsky is the key piece to all of that, and then our penalty kill has been probably the deciding piece in us going back to our third final, because you have a Selke Award winner taking most of those faceoffs. We have people that are built to kill penalties. It's what happened to us the last 2 years, even going back to 2 summers ago, but also at the trade deadline. Our entire focus was bringing in penalty killers, because when they come in here, they do a great job, and then they go off and get paid a bunch of money, as they should. But Seth Jones can kill penalties. Brad Marchand was part of an elite penalty killing unit. Nico Sturm was a killer. We brought Nozick in this year to kill penalties. So it's a big part of what we do.
Back right.
Hey, Paul. Even as you saw the pizzas get served up, did you have any doubt in your mind that the Panthers hockey style would start to show itself in this game?
You 2-0, you don't know you're winning the game, but it's what's special about every franchise has their thing. So in Carolina, and you go back to our experience, it's not the coach's experience, the players' experience 2 years ago. We would come in here and they would dominate us for 10 or 15 minutes, and the shot clock would be 16-2. And if you could keep it within 2, you had a chance. It's just no team, no humans can dominate another team for 60 minutes like that. Like you never see the shots. I'm trying to do the math here. If I said 16, so 54-8. You don't see that, but they push in here, and I mean it's a fairly we think we got pretty good control of that game. And they make it 3-3, and it's on, right? They light it right up. So we would understand that we're down 2. There's 40 minutes of hockey. We can score some goals. We're okay in this game, as long as we show some composure with what we do. And you're going to get a chance. It's got to go. You can't wait till the third. But if we could not get it to 3-0, that was our sole focus after 2. Don't let it get to 3, and let's chip away.
Left side, second row.
Well, you're down 2, and you're down a forward going into the second period as well. Do you have an update on Lusterinen at all?
He should be fine.
You don't know when you're playing.
I'm not a doctor. I know we're not playing tomorrow or the next day. Yeah. We don't think this is serious. We think he'll be right and ready.
Front right.
Paul, Barkov's move there on the winning goal, where does that rank on plays you've seen him make?
Well, tonight it ranks number 1. Taking that. So there's the beauty of Sasha Barkov. He has that ability, but he doesn't try that all the time. Right, he's not forcing that part of the game. So he's not, hey, I'm going to try these moves and do this, and if it goes bad, oh well. It's not picking your spots. He can sense when it's the right time to try something, right? So for you guys, the overtime goal against St. Louis in the regular season, if you get a chance to watch that one, watch that one. And what's important about it is that he's been on the ice forever. He's not an ice hog. He's not floating. He's working. He's got to get off the ice, and then something happened, and he just dominated 2 players into an incredible play, and it's in the back of our net. So that, if you're a YouTuber, there's some background there.
2 more, left side.
Paul, the last couple of years, you personally have had to hear how many games you coach without winning a cup, and now you, Toe Blake.
So that's at home.
Yeah. But you, Toe Blake, Scotty Bowman, and Tommy Ivan are the only coaches in NHL history to take his team to 3 cup finals in 3 years as coach. I mean, what does that mean for you, for all you've been through in your 30-plus years here, to now do this personally?
Nobody cares. I'll tell you a story that's impacted me. Roberto Luongo is getting inducted into the Vancouver Canucks Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor. It's a brilliant celebration. It's not short. So at some part, I look up and Pat Quinn is on that. And I'm looking at Pat Quinn's picture, and I'm thinking about I'm coaching the Carolina Hurricanes in 2002, and it's the conference final. And we ended up winning. It's the first one that we get into. And I'm nervous before the game because we'd lost 2 games before, and it doesn't matter doesn't matter if you've won or lost or how long your career's been. If you lose a couple, you're edgy, right? I look up and I'm thinking, Pat Quinn doesn't care. He doesn't care right now whether we win or lose this game, and that has never left me. So I try to have a little. Nobody cares. I got a really good bunch of men in that room, and I've had more fun in the last 3. I've learned more about life and hockey in the last 3 years from these players than I could ever possibly imagined. It has been life-altering working with these men, and I'm specific with my words. There's no hyperbole to them. It has absolutely been life-altering coming to the rink working with these men.
Last question, front left.
Coach, sticking with that, Matthew was talking about how the guys in the room that have been here obviously are hungry, but all the new guys coming in this year, the new blood, kind of reinforced that hunger. He said it was vital to this team's success. Just what did you notice about how those guys help the guys that have been here kind of just not rediscover their hunger, but amplify their hunger?
Yeah. Trying to find the right word, and when you say that, I'm thinking kind of like a graph. When you're trying to join 2 plants or something, it takes a while to take hold, which makes no sense. But that's what was in my head. So between our first and second year, the players came in, and they had the advantage of coming in saying, I want to help you guys get to the next level. So get in the room, bring in the new guys. It's exciting. And then this year, these poor fellows that we brought in, either at start, I don't want to screw this up, right? It's true. I mean, how do I walk into the room and fit in the room? But it's a give and take. So the give is Barkov's our captain, and when you walk into that room, you feel like you've been there for 10 years. That's a direct quote from, I do this kind of culture survey between seasons of what do you love the most, and the direct quote is these guys walk in the room and they feel like they've been here from 10 years from one of the players. So it's real. And then Maurice's all fired up, right? But so is AJ Greer and those guys that come in. Once the graph's set, now they're part of it, and they are bringing the energy. So Sam Reinhart doesn't have to chirp a lot on the bench, right? But Thomas Nozick was a really good player for us tonight out of the 4-hole, and this is a guy that couldn't get in the lineup a month and a half ago. So the graph is set.
Thank you for your time,
Okay.
Coach.